Hello, hello, hello. Thank you so much for coming to this live masterclass. And if you're catching the replay, thank you for taking your time to spend it with me. We are going to go through so many things today, all about how to create your six-figure course with confidence. I'm all about being no S, no fluff, straight to the point type of coaching. So thank you so much for being here. And if you're watching the replay and you want to snap along, share a slide, share something that you learned from today's presentation. Tag me on Instagram at Phoebe Greenacre. I always love to share the love. Let's dive in. If you've never been here before, hi, I'm Phoebe Greenacre. Let's get started. So, if you don't know about me, you've only, you came in and you found this masterclass, and this is the first time you're kind of saying hi. Just a quickly little thing about me. I was working in a 9 to 5 corporate office and in Australia for 10 years. I then moved to London and still working 9 to 5. And then now I earn passive income online and I can work abroad. So that was a huge shift for me from being, I don't like being told what to do. I don't know if you guys like being told what to do, but it did not suit me. So it took me 10 years. I already knew in my first year of working in the office that I didn't want to be there, but it took me 10 years to get the courage. And I didn't really know what that step out looked like, but I made it anyways. And my mission is to help you create a life of freedom by creating your own passive income, because freedom is my number one value. I talk about it so much. As a child, I think I had a lot of strict rules, strict this, strict eating, strict so many things. So my whole ethos in life is to break free from the societal norm and just go my own way, create my own rules. And I have done this in my business now, and living somewhere like Bali as well after I left London after 7, 8 years, and really just doing something that lights me up. And that's my mission, is to help you find what lights you up and show you the ways that you can work in different ways that we've not always been taught at school or shown by our parents. So, just a little bit about me. I'm also a mum. My little daughter is about to turn 2 years old. I've traveled to over 70 countries. I used to be a travel blogger alongside my corporate job. I'm a double Pisces and Libra moon, manifesting generator and human design. Love a glass of red wine, although I don't remember the last time I had it because I don't drink that much here in Bali, but I do love a good block of chocolate. And this is a little photo of my activewear brand that I created and sold while I was working in London. So I sometimes you step into some people's lives and you're like, wow, you have it all together. So I want to make sure that I share with you my life before I was online. So this is a photo of me when I first moved to London. I loved living in London because I could travel a lot, but I didn't like the whole London lifestyle, working 9 to 5, cold, miserable, getting up in the dark, going to bed in the dark for most of the year. It was not my ideal of freedom. I was living paycheck to paycheck. London is super expensive. I was burning out on top of all of the work that I was doing. I was training morning at the gym every day. I just wasn't very fulfilled and I was looking for more. So I went on a bit of a discovery, a bit of a journey. And that's when I started retraining as a yoga teacher. I then went on to retrain as a somatic therapist. I went and trained as a coach. And I did not know where this path would lead, but I just was following the intuition and the light and the people that were coming into my life. I was just following the things that felt like the next step. I didn't know where it was going to end. I didn't know that it would lead me back to Bali, where that's where I wanted to be. I shared on my Instagram yesterday that when I was 30, I planned a trip with my boyfriend to Bali, but he broke up with me. I also quit my 9 to 5 job at that time in Australia. I was broke. I was living on my sister's couch, and I just wanted to figure out a way to move to Bali and have a nice life here. And I didn't know what that looked like. And so I don't want you to waste, I think it took me 7 years to get back to Bali. I don't want you to waste 7 years. I want to show you the fast way for making money online. And so that you can, maybe you don't want to move to Bali, but maybe you just want to create more freedom in your life. So that was the London 9 to 5 working chapter. Now, this is what I created today. I have a coaching and therapy business called Phoebe Greenacre, just my name. I have a Netflix online subscription called The Self-Care Space. It's like healing, meditations, yoga. I know some of you guys are members here. I have my podcast called Consciously Alive, and I'm also co-founder of the Activewear brand, and that's still alive, even though I sold it. I'm just a shareholder now. So you never know what step is going to get you there. So I want you to tune into your intuition, whether you've listened to her or not in a very long time. She's inside of you. You know, and you have everything inside of it that you need to create your dream life. This is the business that I'm in. I like helping women create dream lives. So if you take away anything from today, is that I just want you to remember that you have everything inside of you, and it's just about taking the time to reconnect to her, to your intuition when you go through your life day to day. Okay, that's all the way at the end. That was a good one, Phoebe. Good job. I knew we would have some tech mess up. We're about to swear then. Okay, what I also created with creating an online business was location freedom, which was the one thing that I wanted. I didn't want to be tied to any location. Also, from my courses that I created online, £500,000 just from courses, just from one little section of my business. Now I work 4 to 6 hours per week. And I know it's like when I'm saying this out loud, I know it can sound really like far away and like, how is that possible? And so I want you to skip the how is that possible and just believe that it is possible for you. Because when I created the first coaching course that I did, I remember writing down in my journal that I wanted to earn £10,000 a month. And when I was writing this, I was like, oh, is that going to happen? Like, I was like, that is just, I didn't know the how, but I knew that I wanted it because it was going to give me more choices in how I was going to raise a family, what I wanted to create in the world. So when I'm sharing these things, I want you to just know that it is a possibility. I also created a regulated nervous system and a life of freedom, time rich, energy rich, and abundance in all areas of my life. These are a few of the brands that I've been recognized with and partnered with. And that was my London chapter, which was really super cool just to be able to like collaborate and get in and mingle with some really cool brands and media outlets. Okay, so I need to know from you guys, what team are you on? We have 3 teams today. Hopefully you fit into one of them. The teams are red. You already have an online community, whether it's small or it's large or it's email or it's social media, and you want to earn 6 figures from a passive income. You are red. If you are green, if you don't want to be on social media, but you want to build a skill that you can collaborate with others and grow a business. And then blue is you have a normal job, but you want to create income on the side from an online revenue stream. So tell me in the comments. You can copy and paste the last little from my assistant, Teresa. Tell me, you can do the heart, you can do a little what you you can type blue, green, red. I would love to know. I'm mainly blue with a smidge of red. Oh, I love that. Okay, red, red, green, red, green, red, green, blue and red, blue, red. Okay, we have a mix. Amazing. Red, fabulous. So what I'm going to share with you today is it's a skill that you can all take away and apply to your life. If you have a following or you have a community, you can do this and create an online business with courses. If you don't like social media and you don't want to be like the face of it, there are many ways that you can create a course-based business where you don't use your face or you don't use your own personality. Maybe you want to build courses, but you'll pick and choose who you work with to sell and promote them. This could look like, so I know online business managers, virtual assistants, people who have agencies who represent clients. they always will want to build a course and then not want to have to do all the bits and bobs before it. So you could create a business with creating courses for people like that, or for agencies, or if you're a virtual assistant, online business manager, that kind of thing as well. And if you're blue, if you want just to have this on the side, keep your 9 to 5 and just do this on the side, then this is totally possible for you as well. Okay. So today, what you will learn, we are going to learn to let go of perfectionism, let go of self-doubt. We're going to look about building your own community, confidence. Plus, we're going to dive into astrology, human design, AI automations, and pre-sell your course. And you're probably thinking, how does astrology and human design come into selling a course? Don't worry, I'm going to go deep into each of these areas. So this is just a little timeline of my journey so far from corporate life to now. And this is no linear journey. I was all over the place, did not know what to do, trying and retraining, and started in lockdown was my big kind of getting online era, because everyone was suffering from anxiety, and I just got online and started to do free meditation. So it was in that first year that I launched a £7 mini course, and then I saw how many people bought that mini course, and so that's when I started to launch more of a more substantial course. And it gave me the revenue to leave London, to move to Bali, and to generate 6 figures in 1 year just from the course. And the one thing that I want to highlight and show you what's possible is that this is the monthly salary that when I was working in Australia, then I come to London, started my activewear brand, and then I was doing a mixture of working with the activewear brand and teaching online. And then when I finally moved to Bali, and I could create £20,000 in my first year per month, which was literally crazy. That was something that I had never seen before. None of my friends, my family, no one had ever patterned that for me. So that was wild. But it also showed me where I should put my energy. And I was working less than I had ever worked in my life. When I was working in London, I was working like 70-hour weeks, working full time, teaching yoga on the side. And it was only when I left and moved to Bali did I start to see some crazy numbers. I think my highest month has probably been like 50 or 60,000 pounds in 1 month, selling one course and not doing any other one-to-ones or anything on the side. So I just want to show you what is possible, because no one showed me the way. No one showed me what was possible. So I just want you to know that it's possible for you. I am not special. I did not wake up or born into this world with lots of money, or from parents that have university degrees or had successful businesses. I come from very humble beginnings, but I had a desire in my heart to learn, to grow, and to be scrappy, and to create something bigger than what I was born into. So that's just a little message to you guys. And I also did this, like in the last 4 years, I also had a baby. So when you think about having a baby, and I know there's a lot of mums here today, like it is crazy, hectic, busy, and your hormones are all over the place. And, it's not the time to be like really bringing in big cash, right? I really scaled back everything. I got someone else to co-host my course for me during the year that I gave birth and the year after. And I was still bringing in 6 figures from my courses, which is crazy. So again, I just wanted to show you what's possible. Once you create the big thing, then you can really step back and do the small things to maintain it and to bring in new clients. Is this making sense for you? Can I get a little like thumbs up in the chat? Let me know. And if anything's resonating with you, it's always good to know. So I'm not just talking to myself. Great. Loving the yes. Amazing. Amazing. Thanks, Georgie. Thanks, Susanna. Okay, before we dive into today, I'm going to do a little visualization exercise with you. I wanted to give you a little insight into the 6-figure course creator, which is a program that starts next week, and it's going to walk you through. I'm going to hold your hand and we're going to create a course together. Now, some of the feedback that I've been receiving in these last couple of weeks have blown my mind away and have also like blown my own results out of the water. So one of my course clients emailed me last week and was like, I got 30 signups straight away when she launched her course. I was like, oh my God, I've never got 30 signups. Like, how amazing is that? She's already launching her next course, which is wild. One of my clients messaged me, said, I'm just launching my third round. And which is just amazing. I love when we create a course and we send it and we sell it again and again and again and again. And one of my other course clients made £13,000 from her first launch. Another one made £4,500. I'm just like, this is amazing, and I just know that this magic is available to everyone. Okay. So just during this call, I'm just letting you know, and there's no rush, there's no pressure, but I just want to let you know that during this call only, there's 50% off the program, whether it's the pay in full, whether it's the 6 monthly payment. And if anyone joins today during this call, you'll get a one-to-one free with me, only to the first three that sign up. So I'm just going to let you know, I'm going to put the links, Teresa, if you can just put the links to the program and the checkout pages, that would be great. And we are going to get into our visualization. So take a nice big deep breath, and I want you to close down your eyes. And just take a little moment to return back to your body. And be very stimulating with all this information and energy. We've all come together today to learn and grow. I want you to focus on yourself right now and take a little snapshot of where you are. Not going to focus on it too much, but I want to fast forward 1 year's time. And this is not to the logical timeline that you know the steps to. This is to an illogical timeline where in 1 year's time, you have created the course that you wanted to create. You made £15,000 on your first launch. You quit your job if that's in your desire. You have splashed out on a holiday for your family, which you've never been able to do. Or whatever it is that is in your heart's desire for your highest self. This is, I want you to embody how she feels, knowing that she created something from her heart and she sold it to her ideal clients. You've changed their lives now. You've taken them through that transformational journey. You have people DMing you wanting to sign up for the next round. You just saw the £15,000 land in your bank account. How does she feel? How does she go through every day? How does she make decisions about work, about life, about what she puts into her body? How she fuels her family, how she exercises, or how she dresses herself. This is the operating point that I want you to move through life at. Not at, I'll act like that once that happens, or I'll feel like that once it happens. This is about collapsing time, already making decisions and choosing every single day how you show up in this world from that higher self, not from a victim mindset, not from a mindset of lack, not from a mindset of worry or anxiety, but from a place of steadfast grounding, confidence, and that inner knowing that you got your shit going on. So take a nice big breath from the base of your belly, expanding through the lungs, spreading through the whole entire body, creating that space that you have been seeking. And a nice loud sigh out. Ah. And then you can gently, when you're ready, reopen your eyes. Let me know if you liked that visualization. And that's how I want you to show up moving forward. That's how if I ever get lost in the day to day of the self doubt, and, I'm not immune to it. There is imposter syndrome. I struggle with it all, but that's a short meditation or a visualization that I do. And it just flips me back into action. And then I start to move through the world differently. Okay, let's start talking about letting go of perfectionism and finally starting your course. So, perfectionism is a self-sabotage. It is keeping you from reaching your highest potential. It is micromanaging. It's like it's a form of control. And sometimes when we feel like other areas out of our life are out of control and that we have, we don't have ways to control it, we will leech on to little things and details, which stops you from moving forward. So you can probably think, like, even if you're working in your business at the moment and instead of, I don't know, reaching out to 5 companies to do collaborations, you sit there and you fiddle with an Instagram post for like 2 hours, perfecting and perfecting it. And then you decide at the end that it's not good enough and you don't post it. And then you walk away from your desk for lunch. That is self-sabotage. That is sabotaging, putting yourself out there and really stepping into your highest potential. And I want you to start to let go of this. How do we do that? Progress beats perfection in every single day in my business, in my life. I will put, and I'm very guilty of this. I will put a post out and it has mistakes in it and I'll leave it up. I will send an email out with a broken link and it it just happens. I am just one of those people that I have to let go if I want to move forward and I want to propel myself into the future and keep on moving. Because if I sit there and like finesse an email over and over and over and over again, my clients or my newsletter list don't get it. And so I have to step back and be like, better done is better than perfect. And that is my motto with creating courses, with putting yourself out there, with getting online. Make mistakes. Show that you're human. We are not robots. We are not AI yet. We are still living, breathing humans. And I want you to move forward with whatever it is, whatever dreams, whatever desires that it is that you have in your life. So today, take imperfect action. What does that look like? That is setting up the landing page for your course. That is creating a website. Even though it's not perfect, you don't feel like it's the right time. Creating imperfect action is going to move the needle forward, and that's what I want for you today. Don't wait. Waiting gets you nowhere. And I always think about my ideal client is probably sitting in a corporate office somewhere or in, a role that she doesn't love. And I remember when I was working in an office in Australia and I just had to ask to go to the toilet, had to ask to go on my lunch break. I had to ask for holidays off, had to ask for everything. And I remember like being hormonal, probably maybe hungover and being at work and crying and being like, I don't want to be here. I don't fit in. This is not who I'm supposed to be. This is not what I want for my life. And so me not putting an Instagram story up or me not moving forward means that there are other Phoebes out there who are struggling and there are other people out there who need my light. And that is the same for you. If you don't go online, if you don't put your things out there, if you don't post the Instagram post or send the email or do outreach for a collaboration, there's people out there needing your light. So we got to take imperfect action and move forward. Create from your higher self. Do that little visualization and meditation and create from that space. Let go. It doesn't matter if it's messy. It doesn't matter if it's scrappy. It doesn't matter if you use a free website or a free email platform. Just do the thing. How I started when I first started selling courses and online and digital, it was messy, it was imperfect, it was like crappy Zoom recordings. It was manual everything. Like I used to teach online classes, and every single person that would pay me via PayPal. Remember, we were just doing like sending people our PayPal link. And then I'd have to get that email and like copy and paste it and put in a spreadsheet. And then like every all week, just like, stacking up the names. And then on the day of the class, emailing them all. And it was just so messy. But it was okay because I just made imperfect action and I moved ahead, and I wouldn't be here today with very, automated systems and programs and platforms if I didn't start messy and scrappy. Is this making sense to you? You're getting a little bit like, yes, I need to do the thing, Phoebe. I need to be scrappy and start with imperfect action today. Okay, let's move on to the next section is how to confidently build a course that aligns with your purpose. So I don't want you to create a course just because you think, well, you have the background in it, or you think it's a good, profitable idea. You have to create a course. The only way you're going to do it confidently if you are passionate about the topic and that it aligns with your why. So we want to be able to tap into your unique genius. The only reason why they'll do a course with Amy compared to Amanda is because of your unique story. Yeah, because of your unique background. Because, there are so many coaches, yoga teachers, therapists, psychologists, all of the things out there today, but people connect with stories. People remember what you've been through. And that's why you need to tap into your own unique genius, which is a mixture of what you've been through, how you've gotten yourself out of that situation, whatever that transformation looks like. But that is your unique genius, and people are going to want to work with you because of your story. We want to share authentically and with integrity. And this is one thing that keeps coming back, is that we need to know your why. And I swear every single masterclass or every single thing that I have created, if you don't know your why, or if you don't be really strict on what your values are and what you are here to do in this lifetime. I know that's a very big question. So if you don't know your why yet, we're here. This is a stepping stone to finding that. But the reason why we can show up online and build a course with confidence is that it aligns with our purpose and it aligns with our why. For me, I don't want people to suffer in the 9 to 5, living in a society where that it doesn't align with their values. So that's why I get out of bed in the morning and create from a space that I want people to feel what it feels like to have freedom. And that leads on to the next thing, is that when I know my why, I create content that is in alignment with my why, with my purpose. It all makes sense when people say, "Oh, how do you figure out how to post every day?" And like I have some set content pillars and structures, and I go through this deeper in the 6-figure course creator, but I'm not following like a strategy or a plan. Like I create from my heart space. I'm not one of those people that plan 60 days in advance. I'm just not that person. I am very much intuition led. But it connects with my why every single time, whether I'm putting out a reel where I'm dancing or I'm miming share, or, I'm singing or just creating education. It's because I want that end user to feel or to find freedom in their business. So you've got to connect with your why when you are creating your course, so that everything else makes sense. Because we're going to create this course, we're going to be selling it again and again and again. So it needs to make sense, and it needs to be in alignment, because otherwise you're going to resent it. Yeah, we don't want to get to that place of resentment. We want to feel like we've been put on this world for a mission. Okay, and then create from your why. That's the last point, but I was talking about that already. So I would love to know just a yay or a nay in the comments. Do you know what your why is? And I'm going to answer questions right at the end. So if you do, you can post them in here and I will go back into them or keep them for the end. So do you know what your why is? Are you connected with that? Or is it something that you are working on? It doesn't need to be exact. As long as you think you're on the path, slowly, slowly, and you're making decisions from that. Yeah, not defined in one sentence, but yeah, it's shaping. Yeah, yeah. I swear in 2020, I didn't really have the freedom thing. Like I didn't know that that was like my main one thing. But as I created more and I shared more from my holistic modalities, the more I gave meditations, the more I shared with my yin classes, the more I shared with my courses, I slowly started to see like the ripple effect I was having in people's lives. And that's where I got to really shape my why as well. There is a 2 hour workshop called How to Create Your Dream Life workshop, which I have, it's on my website. I don't know, Teresa, if you can go and grab that. We didn't prepare that one for this, but if it's on my website, if you go into the work with me, that's where a lot of my people start. They'll start there. Um, and we go really, really deep into all of the areas of your life, your business, learning, emotional, love, romance. And out of that, you really narrow down your values, which will then get really linked to the why, like why you're doing this. Thank you, Teresa. So yeah, my why, my values align. I help women find freedom, freedom not only in business and online passive income, but in the body, in mind, and also business. Like I want people to know that it is possible to create your dream life with limitations. And take a breath. Okay, next up, we're going to talk about AI and how we use AI to stream your workflow and enhance your creativity, whether this is in your day-to-day life, but I'm going to talk about it in in course creation today. This has been my go-to savior with creating courses, with just everything. And inside the Six-Figure Course Creator, every single task that I have assigned you, in every module, there is AI prompts so that you can copy and paste and like add in that your title, your name, your background, and it will give out brainstorming ideas like course names, course descriptions, so many things. And it has been, when one of the first intro videos is like a really long how to use ChatGPT, and the women are like, I never knew this was possible. So I don't know if you guys are using AI yet, but let's dive in a little bit. So we want to automate the repetitive tasks. And we also, sometimes I know I have mum brain, or I'm just tired, or I have an overworked brain, that AI can really just help me brainstorm when I'm having a little bit of a brain fart. Um, like I will say, yeah, Kira says, no idea how I ever lived without ChatGPT. It's like my unpaid assistant. And it is wild what's possible. Like I from everything from recipes, but the main thing is like I will ask it how to, or give me 10 email subject lines that are going to be great for conversion, are going to resonate with my audience. He knows my audience, or she knows my audience already from everything that I've told them. But it is just wonderful. And I use AI to scale my ideas. So when I have a download from when I'm meditating, or I'm talking with friends or family and I get a download, I pop it into ChatGPT and like I want to discuss this later. I'm thinking of creating a course around confidence. And these are the things that I'm going to use. Let's come up with brainstorm some ideas of how long it should be, how like the summary of it, like so many things. And like I have a whole course around confidence coming soon. And it took my idea out of my head onto paper, and I gave it all the information, and it created a whole course outline for me. And this is why I love it so much. Like obviously the prompts that you put in and how you massage it is super important to make sure that it's on brand for you and it resonates. But we go through this very deeply in the program. So here's just a really quick example. I'm presenting a free masterclass called How to Build a Six-Figure Course. And these are the bullet points. This is for a class I shared a couple of months ago. Please write a short 3-sentence summary of the class. And so, boom, it gave me a summary. And sometimes I might go back with, can you please make it more somatic language, or can you please do this? But this is just game changing for busy people. And it's also like I get to spend more time with my family and my daughter because ChatGPT just helps me do things faster. I think the last or 2 presentations ago, I didn't put anything in about AI. And then I said, is there anything I'm leaving out of the presentation? I was thinking of adding some points about using AI. And then it integrated for me. I was like, perfect. Obviously, like I have to live and breathe the information, but it just helps me to organize my ideas so that I can then share it in a systemized, clear way. It is been life-changing for me. I don't know about you guys. Have you guys, do you guys use AI? Are you like, no, I don't want to use it? I would love to know because yeah, the prompts that I've created for the program, literally people, it's life-changing. Yes, you're saying I'm starting to use it and it's amazing, life changer, amazing. Love it. Yes. And then tweak, yeah. Yeah. No, and I don't want to. I've tried it briefly, not yet. Okay, so we have a mixture. I was like a non-believer at first. But all the things that I asked them to do, like mostly like the things that I can do, and I know that if it's like they give me an output that's wrong or it's not correct, I know. So that's one thing that like obviously it's not going to replace me in my own business right now. But yeah, anyways, we have so much to get through, and I want to make sure I give you lots of coaching at the end. So we're going to move on to astrology. So there's a few things that I look out for in astrology, and I was actually going to launch my program a few weeks ago, but I had a chat with my astrologer here in Bali, and she was like, "This is not a good time for launching. This is not a good time in terms of the planets, the energy." And I was like, "Really?" And so I postponed it, and it felt so much more aligned once I did that. And we looked at days to do the masterclass, like today, and we looked at different things. So things that you can take away today is best time to launch is watching for new moons and also Jupiter transits. Checking in with your sun, moon, and rising, so your natural strengths, so that you can really tweak your launch strategy or even the way you present your information in courses. If you were to do a live masterclass like this or a recorded masterclass, really diving into astrology to help guide and navigate how you show up in life and how you show up in your course or your business has really been life-changing for me. How to sell with ease. So looking at where Mercury is placed in your chart, and that's really how you should be showing up with your communication. When I look at Mercury in my own chart, it's in the gate. I cross-reference astrology and human design, but it's in the gate of listening. And at first I was like, it doesn't make sense. Why should my communication be listening? But then I kind of reflected on that and realized that wherever I'm teaching or wherever I'm showing up, I'm always asking my clients to listen to their intuition. And that's no matter what I do. And I was like, oh, it makes sense. Like that's my whole, like one of my messages or how I communicate is actually I'll share information with you, but I'll ask you to listen to what's being resonating with you. So little thing you can look into is Mercury in your own chart. Looking at your work and energy flow, looking at your moon sign holds the key to that. What's going to be best for you? Looking where your Venus placement is for best pricing strategy is going to help you maybe whether you're going to do a low ticket or a high ticket pricing strategy. And then looking at sustainability and long-term success. So cross-referencing where Saturn is in your chart and if like doing live masterclasses and live launches versus like more of a passive income or passive launches. Looking at where Saturn is going to help you if it's sustainable or having long-term success. So there is an astrology training coming to the Six-Figure Course Creator from my astrologist here in Bali. And all of these things have completely changed how I launched this course, how I show up with communication. yeah, it's really, really wild how these very small tweaks have helped my business grow and be more in alignment. I'm not sure if you're on the woo side or the woo woo side or no side of astrology, but I just look at it as a set of information, and I try it on for size to see if it helps. And then your bigger purpose, like, so I saw a few questions about your why and like, how to really connect with that. Looking at your north node in your chart is kind of your where you should be going in this lifetime, for example. So for me, my north node is my big purpose is Gemini, and it's in my third house. So one thing that I've applied is that I really have lent into the role of being here to teach, to communicate, to share knowledge through my content and through my community and courses. So it makes sense, right? Once I looked into it and learned it and then applied it to my business. And it just gives me confidence to know that I'm doing the right thing. Another one is money and pricing. So my Venus is in Aquarius, which is the 11th house. And so my pricing and offers are always quite community driven. And I'm always trying to make it better or more affordable for my clients, and also creating business models that are very scalable so that I don't have to be working all the time. Aquarius is kind of, if you don't know a lot about it, in terms of, my Mercury is also in Aquarius as well, but is really going out of the mold, like feeling like we don't fit in, when we don't belong, or we don't want to go with feeling like a bit of the black sheep in the family. And so really creating my pricing and my offers and my communication in Mercury around that vibe. So we dive deeper into this into my program, so that you can actually look at your own chart and see how these things can apply to you to make it feel more sense to you, to make it feel good when you try it on for size. Like human design, it is an experiment. Another one in selling and marketing. Yeah, my Mercury is in Aquarius, so just saying that then. And so I sell through unique ideas, social impact, and building movements versus traditional hard selling. I'm always here to share the story as well, and communicating the story of where I've been and where I'm going to really help inspire my people. And that's how I use astrology. The last point is my Saturn is in Scorpio, and so, in terms of sustainability and success, my business is built for depth, impact, and long-term success, not just for quick wins. So I'm not, I don't create something just to like create it, get it out there, get some money in, and then like leave it. I create things that are going to have long-term success and impact. I want the biggest impact for my clients. And then, which leads me to human design. Let me know if you have applied astrology so specifically to your own business before. I would love to know. It's always nice to know if this is something that you've already used. So we're going to go into human design now, and we are very quickly running out of time. No, but it looks great. Amazing. No, but I will now. Yes, have a look at it. It is very, very interesting. So we want to, who knows their human design? I know we had a few ladies at the beginning. We had a few manifesting generators. Who else? What did we else have? We had some projectors, generator. So first of all, just Google human design generator. You'll find your type. You'll need your birth date, your birth time, and your location. And then I use human design many, many ways, but helps me to market in a way that feels good and not salesy, and it doesn't feel icky, knowing that my design is a blueprint for how I should move through this world. Again, it's an experiment. You got to try it on for size. And it also aligns your energy with your audience. So I'm a manifesting generator. I know there's a few of you in the audience here. And so I'm supposed to be doing multiple things because I get bored. And manifesting generators have a long, like a lot of energy if we're doing the things that makes us come alive. So people are like, how did you do all of that thing on the weekend? Plus you did a masterclass, plus you went to yoga, plus you do this with your daughter. But when I'm moving through the world with things that make me feel aligned, I have endless energy. And that's something that I only found out. Like I knew I was able to do lots of things, but I only found out through human design. Um, so for me, I follow what excites me. And the best ideas come when I'm lit up by what I'm creating. If something feels off, I pivot and my courses evolve as I do. So the Consciously Alive CEO, which was my first business course that I created, after 4 years, I made it a self-study program, stopped teaching it live because I wanted to move on to the next chapter. So for me, I'm for human design manifesting generators, easy to pivot. We just need to pivot and follow the joy. Another one, just a little one here, this is the first time you're hearing about it, is everyone will have an authority in terms of how we're supposed to make decisions. Mine is a sacral authority. So if you ever felt that gut instinct, like, oh yeah, like, and women, we have that anyways, but manifesting generators and generators have a gut authority, like a hell yes or a hell no. So I need to make decisions if it's a hell yes or a hell no. I don't make decisions on the gray, like if it's not feeling like, oh, I don't know about this. And I do this by my business, but I also do this in my life as well. Like, should we go on a holiday? Should we do this? Be invited to something? I always listen to that. And that's just one thing I do in my business as well. And then the last one is my 2-4 profile. So it's the hermit opportunist. And so the 2-4 line or the 2-4 profile, and you'll be told all of this when you Google it online, is that I grow through connections. My best business moves come from word of mouth and relationships. I don't need to chase. Aligned clients and partnerships find me, which is a fact in my business. I move through the life finding what lights me up, and people are magnetized to what I do. And so that is really, really a blessing. And that's how I don't really go out to connect and do many partnerships. They all kind of come into me by me showing up as my higher self when I share stuff online. Okay. How to pre-sell your course with confidence. So this is the one thing that people are like, no way. I can't believe you sold a whole course without making any content. And I share this online as well. So if you're thinking about creating a course, and I teach you my pre-sale strategy in the program, is pre-sell before you build. Make some content about the course that you're going to create. Get real-time feedback about pricing, about if this is something that people would do. Are you interested in? You probably already know if you have a course idea that people have been asking you about it. What should I do? Like they always ask you advice, and we'll go this into a little bit deeper, but we want to validate your idea with real buyers. And so I put up a landing page before I created any, just a checkout page, really, really quick one in Kajabi to take bookings before I create anything. And once once I got over 10 people signed up, or even 5 people signed up, I'm like, okay, people want to do this. Like this is it's validating my idea with real buyers. And it also gives you the confidence to go forward and create your course idea with confidence. One thing that I don't want for you is that I don't want you to create a whole course, create every single like content, every meditation, every like module, and then you put it out to sell it and no one buys it. And this is why like pre-sale strategy is super, super important, so that you can go back and refine it a little. Maybe you need to refine the messaging or the pricing or how long it is, depending on what your audience is wanting. So all of these courses I pre-sold. The Consciously Alive CEO, I pre-sold with 2 slides and I had 12 signups. And I was like, whoa, that was £12,000. And then I created the course. Decoding You is my emotional healing program. It's kind of like being your own therapist. And I think I had like 33 people signed up to that. before I made anything, and I gave myself like a week to make it all. So the six-figure course creator, again, I had like, I think I had 16, 20 people sign up to the first round. And then I created all of the content. And so this is how I go through the world because it validates my idea. All the money gets in the bank. And I'm like, great. Then I create from this space of like abundance rather than, I don't know if anyone's going to sign up. And I know this is a really like strange idea, like creating something and not having any content before you sell, but I'm telling you, it works and it saves you time and energy if you need to tweak it before you make it all. So, next up is how to build a thriving community of like-minded change makers. And I'm going through this a little quickly because I know that we're short on time and you guys have many things to do today. But your community is your superpower. No matter if it's 10 or 15 or 50,000, it's your superpower. We want to create a space for connection. So in every place that I create a course, there is always a community part of the program, whether it's a Facebook page or a community app inside Kajabi. I create a space for people to connect, for people to resonate with each other, to create friendships. People have gone on to launch courses, create retreats together. And this is also a space where I can get testimonials inside the community. Obviously, I ask permission before I share any of them, but creating a community for any of your programs that you create is going to have a ripple effect. Then these people will feel belonging, they'll feel part of a movement, and then go on and tell their friends. And this is how the CEO community went from 12 people to like 150 people, generating huge amounts of income for me, but through a space where connection and sharing and community was at the forefront of my business. So whatever it is that you're putting out, create a community, foster cross collaboration, even encourage meetups. I did a few CEO meetups here in Bali and also in London, and it was really, really like strengthened the relationships even further. Really, really wonderful. So save. I can see a few questions coming up, so we're going to save them for the end. We've got a few more slides to go through. Okay, how to automate your processes to free up your time for big ideas. So whenever someone signs up to my program, they'll get an automatic welcome email and then they'll get an automatic sequence of emails throughout the time that the program is going. It's all set up from the welcome, the onboarding, this is where the community is, to right at the end, thank you for being part of this journey. Leave me a testimonial here. It's all automated. So I don't have to be sitting there and writing emails every week. Everything is automated from like, thanks for joining, or thanks, here's the recording from last week, or here, everything is automated. And this is what saves me so much time. Also, streamlining your course delivery, automation. You can do things like drip feeding your content in Kajabi and Teachable so that you can put all the course there, but every week new things like come live. And I want you to automate everything so that you can focus on growth and not admin, because no one leaves 9 to 5 jobs to be stuck in all of the admin again. Being there and don't want to be there again. So yeah, this is just a quick insight in how do I automate is onboarding email sequences, drip feeding, film videos on how to access the community, get involved, and automate testimonials. Yes, I'm tired of admin too, Jeanette. So often when I get loads of questions of the same thing every single time I do a program, I'll be like, film a video for it, even if it's just 5 minutes, and pop it in the course platform. And that way you just really immediately be able to point people in the direction of the video, or just like saves you time answering the same question again and again. Okay, second last, how to overcome self-doubt and step into your authority. Now, this is going to be about stepping into your highest self and things that we've already shared today, but really embracing your unique perspective, your unique voice. I think when people like come to create a course, they're like, oh, but I don't have 20 years experience of this, or, I only have just been registered. The person that you're going to serve, say like as a nutritionist, right? If you've just graduated as a nutritionist or you have a few years, you're like, oh, I don't have 10 years or I've not written a cookbook or all of these things. The person you're going to help has nothing. They have no background. They don't know anything about nutrition. So you are the expert to them. So we've got to stop thinking, oh, and comparing ourselves with our our other people doing the same thing. But actually, people that come into your world, they want to learn from you, and that's why they hire you. That's why they pay you because you are the expert. So you really need to step into that highest self that you are the expert, and people are wanting to come to you for their information or their education. So, as I said earlier, how I let go of self-doubt, I first want to normalize that it's really accepting that it's part of being a personal brand. Like there are days where I doubt myself. There are days where I have imposter syndrome. I recognize it and I accept it, but then I focus on operating from my highest self. I focus on my client wins, even if there's only one in the beginning, even if it was from just a practice session. That's what I focus on. Yes, that's a client win. And then the next one, and the next one, and the next one. One thing I also lean into is my weirdness and my silliness and my authenticness. I don't even know if that's a word, but I just put it there. And knowing that I have changed people's lives. And in the beginning, it was just one person's life, and then two, and then three, and then hundreds and thousands of people's lives. This is what I want for you, that you have to just start small and focus on those small wins in the beginning. And that's where you move from. And you keep referencing that higher self that we did in the beginning of this class. And know that you're changing people's lives. We're all in, the wellness kind of space-ish. That we're here. We're not here because, we want to sell Ferraris. We're here because we are passionate about the thing that we love and we want to help people change their lives like you have changed your own life. So the last part is how to create freedom through courses that allow you to live on your own terms. And I want you to build a business that works for you. I want you to earn while you live your life and not the other way around. I don't want you to work your whole life and you get to 70 and 80 and be like, oh, now I need to live. This is all about prioritizing what truly matters and creating a business around that. And courses for me has helped me create my dream life. So I create products once and I sell them many, 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 many times. Servicing my course clients is 1 hour per week. So think of that. That is crazy when you're having 50K months and all you're doing to service your clients is 1 hour per week calls and some support in the community Facebook group or Kajabi group. And then social media about 3 hours a week. That's kind of what my week looks like when I'm not creating something new. And that gives me just so much freedom. And this is what I want for you. And this is why I am so passionate about helping you to create your own course. So there was a few people saying, how do we pick your course topic? And there's 4 things that can help you today. If you leave today wanting to pick your topic, identify what subject you love and what you're passionate in. What do others ask you about often? So this is probably one thing that you could create. Is there a special learning or experience that you've had to overcome in your life? And what do you have formal education, training, or certificate in? This could be one or all of them combined that you could create a course in. You don't have to have a formal training if you want to create a course on how to make healthy lunch boxes for kids. That could be even a PDF or something simple. Or maybe you have had something very unique or niche, like you've had two kids that have autism and you have created a method to creating calm in chaos. That lived experience is something that other people who are going through the same thing and struggling will pay for. So this is just, if you're stuck on what to create, ask yourself these questions. So the last bit, let's do this last bit before we close. I want you to close down your eyes again. And I just want to remind you to take a big, deep breath in through the nose, expand through the lungs and the belly. That whatever your dream, crazy life looks like, I want you to know and I want you to be reminded that it is possible. The highest version of yourself, that person in 1 year's time, what you have created, what you are proud of. This is what I want you to wake up and do every day and move through the world as she would. Trusting your inner knowing, trusting your intuition, trusting that the moves you're making are the right ones. And that whatever you need to do to get there, trust that you make the right decisions, the right leaps, the right steps, even if logically it doesn't make sense. This is when illogical collapsing of time happens, when crazy results can be achieved. You can gently open your eyes again. And if you've gotten whatever you need from today, you're welcome to leave. We're going to do a little bit of coaching now. And I'm going to go through what's inside the six-figure course creator as well. So there's 3 main modules. The first module is all about your vision. The second is all about creation. So that's when we create all the things for your course. And then the third is really about marketing and selling from a place that feels really in alignment with astrology, with human design, and with your energy. So in the first, if you're like, oh, I still don't know what I want to do, I still don't know what my idea is, if it's profitable, we cover all of this in the first module, in the first month. How to identify your ideal audience, how to choose a profitable topic, what's the platform are we going to set up, how to do market research, and also my pre-sale strategy so that you validate your idea. This is all in the first month. The second month is all about creation. So I'm going to help you create your course blueprint or skeleton, what that looks like, so we can map out your content. We're going to show you exactly what platforms to use for content creation, record and edit your professional videos or audio. You don't have to put your face in it. It can be an audio course as well, super popular these days. We're going to create beautiful workbooks if you want to if that's what you're going to include in your course materials. We're going to build a beautiful sales page, how to choose like your methodology and your signature training, and then also using human design. Human design and AI is all sprinkled throughout. So really knowing how to market and sell. The last bit is the elevation. So we're going to live launch together. So I'm going to help you every step of the way. We're going to go through marketing strategies, email funnels, how to sell in the DMs, masterclasses, community building, how to get back that feedback and testimonials, and also how to relaunch again and again and again. So what's inside? There's really like simple processes to follow. I do this 1, 2, 3 kind of step in every single thing. So I really break it down. Thanks so much, Amy. Have a great night. You're going to have confidence with a guide. So, like we've gone through all of the things today, I'm walking you through the things that I know that works so that you get the results that you desire. There's daily coaching in the private forum. So I host this in Kajabi, and there's a little app that you can download, which is awesome. So you don't have to go into Facebook, you don't have to open that app. There's 50 self-paced video lessons for every single thing, like how to record in CapCut, how to edit a video in this. Every single thing is literally broken down in a video training. There's Canva template, there's sales strategies, there's how-to guides, there's email scripts, there's like everything. Everything is there for you to copy and paste and then make it your own. And then there's 12 live coaching calls with me as well. So here's just a few little testimonials. This one is the one that I received last week, and this is the one that they got 30 signups straight away, and they have 641 followers on Instagram. This is a duo. So that is wild. And they're now launching their second one, which I can't wait to see their results from that. Next up, Dr. Kirsten Cloetti. She was just recently on my podcast. So if you want to learn more about EFT tapping, go and listen to her podcast. She's only got 570 followers, and she sold out her first launch. I think she wanted 8 people, and she got 8 people for her first launch, which is wild. So she's been thinking about running a coaching program for ages, and she never thought she would be able to do it, and she did it. She also did my CEO program and then came straight into the 6-figure course. So really just like taking the steps and the leaps to go that extra mile to get things done and selling out her program. She's now speaking at a Bumble event in London, and she's already got people signing up to her second round again. So she's like, I can't believe that this is possible. Crazy. This is what I want for you. So Anna, she's a life coach, and she also literally launched pre-sale, didn't make any content, and I think she had £4,500 launch, which is again just wild. Like it's illogical. Like from never creating courses to then creating courses and creating money, and just seeing Anna's also a mum. I think her baby's like 4 months old. So she went through this program with a small baby with no help at home. She also moved from London to Spain, which is wild. Also, Kirsten moved from London to Mallorca, went through a massive breakup while we were launching this course together. So I just want to remind you that anything is possible if you put all of your energy into creating the thing that you want to create. Molly launched her first course with me, and she got 13 signups and created £13,000. And she went on to create, it says 40,000 there, but she actually went on to create £100,000 that year from that same program, which is again just wild. And she was like, this crazy strategy works, which is awesome. And one other client, Grace, who we created together the mind body healing method. She had always felt like she wanted to create a group program, but got overwhelmed and didn't know where to start. So we worked through my strategy together, and she's in her 3rd round now. And this was a few months ago. So she's probably on her 4th round now as well. I'm going to put the links into the program so that you can read more about it. Teresa, if you can post them below. Jen had a business for a while, and she had gone through a year of like just really a lot of self-doubt and just not knowing really how to bring back. She wanted to earn 6 figures. And so her business created 6 figures when we just really optimized her courses. So she already had courses, but she just wasn't making the money that she wanted from the courses. And so using my strategy and my launch strategies, and also just getting out of her own way, created 6 figures from her business. Amazing, Cheryl. Thank you. You've taken the leap and signed up. So excited to have you here. It's all just very exciting. So how and when do we start? The the calls, we do these on Tuesdays at 9 a.m. UK time. The first one is next week. You get daily support in the Kajabi community forum for the six-figure course creator. So it's just a little app that you get to download. You can do it online as well. It's for 3 months. We're going to build, launch, and sell your course together. And you get access lifetime to the materials and the recordings. And also, if you signed up during this call, like Shell has, you'll get a free one-to-one valued at £499. So this is what the full price is. So tomorrow it's going back to the full price, but this is the half price options. There's payment plan if that better suits you, or if you want to pay in full. So these prices are going up tomorrow. So the two links, Teresa, can you please put the two links in below so that you guys know? And let's get, oh, we've had someone else sign up as well. We have another lady signed up. So here's the links there. And now we are going to get into Q&A time. So pop your chat below, or if you already have your question, just pop it in the chat and I am going to answer. Okay, I'm going to go back up to the chat. Okay, one of my fear is also the limiting belief. Are people actually going to pay for the courses? It's a lot of money and there is so much information online. Why would they buy it for you for so much money? I am kind of scared that they won't want to invest. Aga, have you done someone's course before? And if you're still here, have you done someone's course? Why did you choose to do their course instead of just like searching the information online? Because that's probably going to give you your answer as well. So Aga says, yes, I did. So ask yourself, why did you do a course rather than researching all the information online? Jeanette, thinking a lot about confidence and pricing and what it is at a reasonable level. Okay, Aga, I'm just going to finish off it because I don't like to research. Do you know there are so many people out there just like you? There are so many people out there that don't want to research, that don't have the time, that probably take them a year to do the same thing that you can share through your program. So I have seen people create businesses online and they try and do it themselves. They try and do the website. They try and get like social media. They try and do things. And then they come back to me and be like, oh, Phoebe, I just want to do your CEO program because I just don't have the time to trial and error. They want to collapse time. That's why people do courses. They want to learn from experts. They want to learn fast and they want to get results fast. Which is why if you could go to the gym and work out and eat well, but you might not lose the weight or get in shape if you were to use a personal trainer. So I use a personal trainer because I know I can get faster results than if I was doing my own thing. And you have accountability. That's the other thing. You have accountability, which in life these days where there is so much to do and so busy, we need accountability. So in my program, I match you up with accountability buddy as well so that you stay on top of the things that you need to do. Jeanette says, another reason to do courses, except for learning things, is for me is community. For sure. I have made so many amazing connections online through masterminds, through courses, through memberships. That is a huge aspect. And for me, it's one of like my key things that people take away from the programs, as well as getting amazing results. They take away friends, new contacts, people they can collaborate with. So thinking a lot about confidence around pricing, Jeanette, coming back to your question, tell me what's your topic that you want to create, or what are you thinking of creating? Because confidence around pricing all comes down to how long is the course? How long did it take you to learn the thing that you're teaching in the course? How much direct access is there to you? Is it all pre-recorded or is it live? Is there feedback like a Facebook group? All of these things will add up to how much you want to pay. And also, it's about connecting with you as well. So I know that you can go and create a course online, maybe £200 with someone you don't know, with people like with that, you know, and you don't know what you're getting into. This is why people will connect to you as a coach, as a guide, as a healer, and want to do it with you because they've seen how you show up. They've seen testimonials that you've built that trust with them. I hope that answers your question, Jeanette. Georgie, I'm a yoga teacher, but struggling to think what would be a profitable course. Thought about bundling yoga classes, but I'm not sure this is transformational or juicy enough to charge a lot. I have degrees in psychology, so I'm thinking of bringing the healing aspect into a course. Any inspiration to share on whether you've seen yoga teachers have successes with courses? Yeah. So I would definitely bring in the psychology part with your course. Like with yoga, people would buy courses all the time, as in they will buy how to do the splits. They will buy how to get more bendy. They will buy like so many that you can pick a really niche thing or you can do very broad. So if you have degrees in psychology, then I would 100% bring in something that you have, whether you've healed yourself or you've done something with the psychology degrees and yoga, and bring that into your program. So I've seen so many yoga teachers that, let's get bendy. Like I haven't bought a yoga program for a while since I've been a yoga teacher, but there's so many successful yoga teachers out there that have successful courses. You've got to, again, work in and find out what it is that people ask you, all of those things that I said, and what's a transformation that you've already seen in one of your clients, or that you are like, okay, for me, neuroscience is really something that I love, and I try to weave into the things that I teach and in mindset and that kind of thing. How does yoga, and this is just a random topic that I've picked out, like how can you teach yoga through a neuroscience lens? And how can you, teach as a topic, like how we use, where neuroscience and yoga intersects, how to heal your body with thinking differently, but with yoga. Again, I'm just pulling that out of nowhere, but if you get what I mean, that's what that's where I would start, is like finding a cross intersection between your psychology, because your psychology degrees are going to set you apart and make you different from, the people that haven't got that. So I would really use that to your advantage. Kira, I get so stuck on content creation. I have an idea for a course, but every time I sit down to create social media content, I feel completely blocked, almost like I can't speak. I want to work with mums, so feel really comfortable with using hooks. I don't want to add to the noise. I just want to help them feel better. But gentle, slow marketing feels like it won't get me anywhere. Yes, there are so many trainings inside the six-figure course creator, because what I'm hearing here is that you actually know what you want to share and you want to speak, but there's something blocking you in your throat chakra. So I would focus on clearing that throat chakra blockage so that you can share your authentic voice. Here, I'm not sure if you've ever tried the self-care space. You can try it for 7 days for free. It's just the selfcarespace.co. Type in throat chakra and you'll have like 7 or 8 different classes to do to help you unblock your throat chakra. I really feel like there's a block there, rather than what content to create. And don't be part of the noise. If I was to step into online every day and be like, I don't want to create more noise, you got to get around that mindset. You've got to step in as your highest self. How does she create content? How does she move through the world and step into her? So do that little visualization before you show up. And I think that combination of the throat chakra clearing and also showing up as your highest self, not to be comparing yourself to other people and putting yourself out there. So I hope that helps. Okay. Okay, next question. I don't have an audience yet. No social media. Feels daunting, but to open it. Curious about evergreen versus one-to-one coaching and hybrid models. I'm teaching astrology in combination with therapy into family systems, family constellations, and I don't yet see a way to do this fully async. In this right is this the right course for me? Okay, you have all of the offerings there that you could create some amazing magic. It's okay to not have an audience yet. This is where this is where it's super exciting to start creating your community and creating your audience. So you can simultaneously build an audience and also build your course as well. And when I talk about like validating your idea, you may need to use people, I don't know, in your family, friends, peers, in programs already, in communities, so that you can test your idea. You can do hybrid models as well. I often offer like a hybrid model for programs where you offer a few one-to-ones and also the group coaching. I do find that in my group coaching, between the daily questions in the group, um, the group community forum and the online questions, like I feel like a lot people get a lot of support. So it's and and it's okay to feel daunted about opening social media, but when you know that you want to share all these beautiful modalities with the world, um, it that sounds like a really interesting um, cross section between the astrology and then also all of the different therapies. So I think that there's some magic there to marinate with. Um, okay, I think we have one more question. I have a PhD in sustainability and I'm a bit overwhelmed what I can create. My main area is food waste, but I'm not sure what I can offer, although I'm pretty sure some people would be interested to learn more about how to be cautious with food waste. Yes, this is a huge, huge topic. And I'm not sure exactly what your area of your study, but it could be like how to minimize food waste at home when you live in the city. Like and it'd be like a 7 week course. It doesn't have to be so big and creating these big, crazy things. It could be very simple. And this is something that we could marinate and help you ideate what those ideas be. But this is when I get an idea, I start to seed it with my friends, with my clients, with community, to really see what comes back. And I would do some research in ChatGPT to see what keywords are like are trending right now, what's popular. I show you how to do all of this, how to do market research in the Six Figure Course Creator so that you can see actually, oh my gosh, there's so many search terms for this certain search term like food waste or how to recycle at home when there's no recycling in your city. Things like that. I hope that answers your question. Um, okay. Erin, last question. I haven't started a business at all yet. I have zero following, zero online presence. Would the CEO course be a better first step, or can you generally launch a course straight out of the gate as a first step? I often heard that you need to do one-to-ones first and build a following before you launch a course. I have an enormous amount of expertise and training degrees, and I'm pretty sure I can come up with a good course, but no one yet knows I exist. Yeah. Erin, I don't know your whole situation, but I probably would start with the CEO course or stepping into the Six Figure Course Creator does give you loads of different parts to creating an online business using courses as your anchor. But you probably won't launch straight away. You'll probably build as you're building your community and launch maybe a few months down the track. So some of the people that were in my last program, they've only just launched, like the lady that got 30 signups. She's only just launched recently, but she went through and did every single training. She was and she had, I think, very small following, 600 followers, and it doesn't take long to build that. Inside the Six Figure Course Creator, there is how to use Reels, how to do Instagram, how to get your content creation strategy, how like all of the things to build an audience, how to use LinkedIn. If social media isn't your vibe, if you want to use LinkedIn, then there I show you how to do that as well. So um, I could give you the information. Also, and anyone that joins today's call, I will give you 50% off the Consciously Alive CEO self-study program as well. So if you want that, just I'll see Teresa if you can pop that in the link below, or DM me after this and I will send you the link as well. Okay, Kira says, love that. Thank you, Phoebe. Funnily enough, it's a chakra course that I want to teach. Realized recently that I have a big block in my throat chakra. Amazing. See, you already know. Okay. Okay. Guys, we're gonna have to wrap it up. I've gone 30 minutes over. Um, Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for asking all your questions, for being so engaged. And I'm so excited to welcome. We've had a few more people sign up on the call. Whether they've jumped on the call, the links are in your email if you decide you want to sign up and get the one-to-one. I'll open it up to 7 p.m. So, well, 7 p.m. my time, so for another half an hour. Okay, amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. We start next Tuesday. So if this is the step that you want to take, I would love to welcome you into this community of course creators. And if it's not this time, then that's totally okay. Maybe that time in the future we'll work together. In the meantime, jump onto the Consciously Alive podcast. There's more like 100 episodes of advice and women that have done the same thing, that have created freedom in their lives. This is what I'm so passionate about. And jump on Instagram because that's where I share a lot of my juicy content and just learn. If you don't want to do it right now, learn for a year of all my free stuff. And then when it's ready, jump in. So thank you so much. See you again soon. Come say hi on Instagram. I'm always there. Share a voice note with me, a little message. I love connecting with the community. Bye.